I still like a bit of a crease color, but I typically only use like a light bronzer for my crease, and it's more just to give some depth and to buff out the edges of my eyeshadow. Um, and I just feel like it, on my eye shape, it kind of like lifts the eye a little bit. And often when I'm using like a shimmer shade, it'll stop on my eyelid, and then my eye, the skin itself isn't shimmery. So it creates this like line, and I feel like it's not as natural looking. So I do like to throw a little bit of like a powder bronzer. I'm using the Patrick Ta one. And see, I'm just buffing it out. I'm not creating like a defined crease. I don't wear eyeliner. I never really have. It's just not something that I like. But when it comes to mascara, I like a very thick, volumizing, dark black formula. And I feel like it does create a little bit of a line around the lash line because I kind of like jiggle it at the lash line and I apply enough. So this is the Tarte tubing mascara. I like tubing mascaras the best because for me, they don't smudge, they don't get little bits. But for me, it does create a little bit of darkness at the lash line, so it can look like I'm wearing eyeliner, but I'm not. When it comes to brows, I've been wearing the same brow pencil for like 10 plus years. And it's the Hourglass brow pencil in soft brunette. And it's, for me, sometimes with the lighting, it may look like my brows are, oh, maybe a little light. You need something darker. In person, my brows are perfect. Like, meaning that like, I go based on like how I feel in like real life, and the color is nice with my dark hair and my fair skin. I've tried to go thicker on my eyebrows. It doesn't really, I don't love the look. So I've just kept them at like a, I go based off this. Here they start, the arch. I try not to bring them down too much because it can kind of like make the eyes, droop a little bit. But yeah, I've stuck with the same brow routine forever.